What if the stillness you've been feeling isn't peace, but a warning? What if the silence in someone's voice isn't love, but disguise? And what if, Taurus, everything you've tried to ignore is exactly what your soul has been trying to reveal? Sit down with me. Feel this moment not as just another message, but as a sacred portal, one that only opens when you are ready to hear what has long been whispered through the signs. You, Taurus, ruled by Venus, are no stranger to beauty, loyalty, and depth. But let's not forget, Uranus is still walking through your sign, disrupting the ground you used to call stable. Like thunder beneath velvet soil, change is coming whether you invite it or not. And the question is, are you listening? Because the truth is, someone close to you isn't who they seem to be. Their actions feel warm, familiar, even loving. But their energy, it trembles, it hides, it deceives. You've felt it in the way they avoid your eyes, in that strange moment when their words didn't match the vibration in the room, in your body's tension, the gut twist you chose to dismiss. Before we dive deeper, let me gently remind you, if your soul feels spoken to in these words, if something inside you whispers, "This message is mine," then take a moment now to subscribe and share your energy in the comments. This is how you signal to the universe that you are awake, aligned, and ready for what's coming. Let your presence be felt, not just by the stars, but by those walking this path with you. But you know, Taurus, even if you haven't said it out loud, the universe has been signaling you through late-night discomfort, missed calls, broken routines, the name that keeps showing up unexpectedly. This isn't paranoia, it's perception. Want a clue? Look at the fifth contact saved in your phone. What does that name spark in your body? Peace or unrest? Now take a breath and listen to your body as it never lies, because what's approaching isn't danger, it's revelation. It's the sacred moment before dawn when everything hidden begins to glow under truth's first light. And right now your life is shifting under an unspoken divine alignment. The upcoming full moon, deeply tied to your emotional axis, is preparing to illuminate everything that was cloaked in half-truths and soft lies. And the eclipse energy still echoing in your soul. It didn't pass you by, it marked you. It unlocked a cycle that now demands you choose, awaken or repeat. Someone, a former love perhaps, is reaping the karma of their betrayal. Their life is unraveling, and in their heart your name returns like an echo. But hold on, this isn't a call to rescue them. You are not their healer anymore. You are your own guardian. And if you've been dreaming of someone, the same face again and again, take it seriously. The soul remembers what the mind tries to forget. You are also being watched, not just admired, but envied. Two figures, possibly old friends or relatives, have held backhanded intentions toward your light. They see you rising and can't stomach your glow. But don't fear, their efforts are powerless now. Your aura is shielded, protected by energies older than their envy, by ancestors, by guides, by your own awakening power. Feel this, Taurus. The love that's meant for you no longer hides. It no longer hurts. It no longer demands you prove your worth. A new connection, possibly unexpected, is approaching, not to test you, but to honor you. But will you let it in, or are you still letting old wounds decide who deserves your heart? And remember, the retrograde shadow still lingering from Mercury may be stirring your past for a reason, not to bring confusion, but clarity, because everything in your life right now is either being removed or revealed. By the end of this year, something in your destiny will turn so sharply, it will feel like you're living in an entirely new chapter. But don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Take a deep breath, Taurus. Feel the electricity in your chest. That's not anxiety, it's transformation. The veil is lifting, your guides are near. If this message echoed through your spirit, then write this sacred decree in the comments loud and clear. I am divinely protected and guided into my truth. Say it, write it, feel it in your bones. And know that even as the world shifts around you, the universe has already started to rearrange everything in your favor. Tell me something, Taurus. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the air change and without knowing why? Have you spoken a truth out loud only to feel it echo strangely in someone else's silence? Or perhaps lately, the energy in your home feels off, like something sacred has been disturbed. Don't ignore that. You are an earth sign, yes, rooted, grounded, reliable. But you are also ruled by Venus, the keeper of harmony, and when something disrupts your field, it rings louder in your body than in your mind. Right now, your body is your oracle, and it's been speaking through fatigue, through restless dreams, through moments when your heart races without warning. This isn't coincidence, it's energetic interference. A portal opened during the last lunar transit, and through it, energies that once slumbered have begun to stir. Not all of them are yours. Some belong to the intentions of others. Some are fragments of past fears, trying to take root again. But listen closely. You are not powerless. You are not without defense. You are awakening to the reality that you are more than a zodiac sign. You are a frequency, and that frequency is shifting. Right now, Taurus, the energy of Pluto retrograde is pushing deeply into your hidden truths, secrets you've buried, emotions you've locked away. They're rising like sacred storms. Don't resist them. They're not here to break you. They're here to purge what no longer fits your becoming. And yes, there is someone who keeps appearing in your thoughts, someone who left too quickly or too quietly. Their memory stings because their departure was unfinished, unspoken. You may be asking, should I reach out? But let me ask you something more important. Do you miss the person or the idea of being loved without fear? Your soul knows the answer. You see, we don't always grieve people. Sometimes we grieve who we thought we were when they were near, but you are not that version of yourself anymore. The Taurus standing here today is wiser, clearer, more attuned to what nourishes rather than drains. That's why you've been losing interest in small talk, superficial plans, even certain foods or music that once comforted you. Your vibration is ascending, and the old comforts no longer match the new resonance. This is not a crisis, it's an upgrade. Expect more of this in the coming weeks. Sudden realizations, truths revealed through accidental conversations, signs that feel too precise to be ignored, numbers, dreams, names repeated on the wind. These are not hallucinations, they are breadcrumbs from your guides, gently leading you away from distraction and back to your divine path. You are being summoned to shed the skin of complacency. And yes, there's someone who has been watching your evolution from the sidelines. Someone who tried to sabotage your light once. They're not done observing you, but they're no longer capable of touching you. Their energy cannot penetrate your field unless you give them spiritual access. So ask yourself, who have I allowed too close, too easily? Because, beloved Taurus, not everyone who smiles wishes you peace. And your aura, especially now, glows with a light that agitates the wounded egos of others. Let them be disturbed. Let them choke on their own projections. You are not here to shrink. Now is the moment to fortify your space, clean your altar, speak your protection out loud, and do not, under any circumstance, explain your growth to those who were never meant to join you in this elevation. There is also a child or younger soul in your orbit. Their energy has been touched by what you've endured. They may be sensitive, acting differently, speaking in metaphors that don't quite make sense. Listen, protect, surround them with light. Children absorb what adults ignore. Place a white candle near their resting place. Speak blessings over their dreams, because they too are part of your soul's karmic clearing. This month, with Venus forming a sacred sextile with Neptune, your intuitive gifts are blooming. What you feel is becoming clearer than what you hear. Follow that. Trust the vibration, not the explanation. And above all, remember this: not all who return are meant to stay. Not all who leave are losses. Not all silence is peace. If these words rang true within your chest, then leave your sacred print in the comments with this decree: I honor my intuition, and I walk only with those who match my peace. Write it with reverence, speak it with authority. Let it become your shield, your mantra, your divine contract. You are not who you were. You are becoming something radiant, rare, and deeply protected. Tell me, Taurus, have you been waking up at the same time each night? Have you felt a sudden urge to clean your space, rearrange your altar, or delete old conversations? That is not coincidence. That is soul memory reactivating. Your inner temple is undergoing a cleansing, because what's about to arrive cannot enter a space still occupied by old attachments. And this isn't just emotional clutter. This is spiritual debris left by people who once shared your breath, your body, your trust, and didn't honor it. Right now, the energy of Saturn retrograde is sharpening your boundaries, inviting you to say no where once you whispered yes out of fear of being left behind. But you're not meant to be followed, Taurus. You're meant to lead. Lead yourself out of the past. Lead yourself into your next becoming. Let's speak of the past for a moment, because something is unfinished. An energy still clings to you. A name, a memory, a promise made in another lifetime. You've been feeling it through music, through scents, through those dreams where time bends and the dead whisper like wind. And yes, it could be them. That person who disappeared but never truly left. Their soul remembers you, but the question remains, is that memory a guidepost or a test? Because, Taurus, you are at a crossroad where the karmic threads of your lineage are unweaving. This isn't just your story. It's the pain your mother never voiced, the silence your grandmother endured, the betrayal carried in your blood that didn't start with you, but is ending with you. If you've made it this far, it means something in you is resonating, vibrating at the same frequency as this truth. So why not honor that alignment? Subscribe now and write in the comments what part of this message struck your heart the most. When you share, you ground your own clarity and you light the path for someone else who might be searching for the same sign. And that's why this phase feels so heavy, so sacred, so lonely. You're not just healing, you are closing cycles for generations. And sometimes the only way to do that is in solitude, in the sacred quiet, in the long walk between who you were and who you are becoming. Do you feel like parts of your life are slowing down, like people are leaving, plans are delayed, clarity feels out of reach? That's because the universe is pausing you, not to punish you, but to preserve you. There is a divine hand rearranging what's ahead, and it needs space, it needs silence, it needs your permission to let go of what no longer aligns. You've grown so used to earning love that you've forgotten how to receive it. But now, someone new is approaching. Not a soulmate you have to fix, not a twin flame trapped in a karmic loop, but a sacred counterpart. Someone who sees you in your full, unfiltered power. Someone whose presence will feel like a homecoming you didn't know you were missing. But to receive that, you must empty your cup of the old wine. Don't try to make space. Make sacred space. Ask yourself, what am I still holding that is no longer holding me? Who am I still forgiving in secret, hoping they'll one day see my worth? Let that go. Let it all go. The full moon approaching in your 8th house of transformation will illuminate every corner where pain still lingers. Let it. It's not here to destroy you. It's here to baptize you in your truth. You were never meant to chase. You were always meant to choose. And now, you're choosing differently, not out of anger, not out of fear, but out of reverence for your own soul. You are becoming the version of yourself your past self prayed for. If these words pierced your truth, breathe deep and anchor them with this decree in the comments. I release what is not mine, and I rise rooted in my worth. Feel it echo in your chest. Let it wrap around your spine like a golden serpent of light. Your healing is not invisible. The universe sees it, and the reward is already circling your orbit. Taurus, have you noticed how right before something beautiful arrives, everything seems to fall apart? That moment when your body feels exhausted, your mind questions everything, and even your faith feels thin as air. That is not the end. That is the initiation. That is the test before the turning point. And you, Taurus, are being tested not in the traditional sense, but in the sacred way that the universe refines its chosen ones, because those destined for deeper love, higher purpose, and true peace must be stripped of all illusions first. This is why some people have left. This is why the old support system no longer holds you. This is why you've felt an ache in your chest without a clear reason, because something is being extracted from you, something heavy, inherited, outdated. Right now, Saturn's retrograde motion is challenging you to honor your boundaries without guilt. And Uranus, still disrupting your sign with wild wisdom, continues to shake the foundation of all that no longer serves your evolution. You may feel torn between two timelines, the comfort of what you knew and the mystery of what's calling you forward. But Taurus, the bridge between those two, is made of choice. This is the season where you don't just hope, you decide. You act, you become. And that becoming may look quiet from the outside. It may look like canceling plans, changing your phone number, setting new rituals, deleting old energy from your home. But in the spirit realm, it's thunder, it's alignment, it's the sound of your destiny responding to your yes. Now, let's talk about this dream you've had more than once lately, the one with the voice that doesn't match any face, the one with symbols or places you've never seen but somehow recognize. Those are memories, not of this life, but of the soul. You are not just healing your current story, you're integrating wisdom across lifetimes. This is why your intuition has spiked, why you can feel lies without evidence, why your skin reacts before your logic does. This is the divine intelligence of Taurus activating, the knowing beyond knowing, the truth that doesn't need proof. And right now, a particular person is beginning to sense this in you, someone who once underestimated your strength. They see your light rising, and their shadow panics. Some may attempt to re-enter your life, not to love you, but to stay close to your warmth. Be discerning. Feel their vibration, not their words. You don't need closure. You need clarity, and clarity doesn't always come from conversation. It comes from silence observed long enough to reveal its source. You are also being shown a new opportunity. It may come disguised as something small, a message, a suggestion, a spontaneous idea. But behind it lies a gateway, one you've been preparing for without even knowing. This could be a new path in your purpose, a financial opening, a creative calling. But it will require faith, the kind of faith that feels like leaping without knowing if the ground will meet your feet. Ask yourself, am I willing to be new? Am I willing to be seen in my fullness? Am I willing to live the life I once believed was too much for me? Because, beloved Taurus, your worth is no longer negotiable, and neither is your peace. You are not the same soul who once settled, tolerated, or waited for permission. You are reborn, not loudly, not publicly, but in the quiet miracle of choosing yourself again and again. If these words mirror your inner rebirth, anchor their power by writing this decree in the comments: I choose myself fully and fearlessly and walk boldly into my becoming. Let it become your shield and your song. Let the universe hear your choice and respond in kind. Let's be honest, Taurus. Some of the most powerful moments in your life weren't loud. They were quiet recognitions, a glance, a breath, a choice to stay silent instead of pleading, a sacred enough whispered only to yourself. And in those moments, when the world saw you as calm, the universe knew you were becoming a storm of truth. You see, it was never about proving your worth. It was about remembering it. You were never meant to chase alignment. You are the alignment. And now, beloved Taurus, the final veil lifts. Everything that has been delayed, hidden, postponed, is aligning with divine precision. Not because you begged for it, but because you became the version of yourself capable of holding it. Your guides are closer now than ever. You've likely felt it, the temperature shift in a room, the sudden rush of emotion, the light flickering without cause. These are not accidents, they are confirmations. Your ancestors are standing in silent applause. Because you did what they couldn't. You broke cycles with grace. You healed without revenge. You rose without needing permission. There is a contract being rewritten in the ether, your name written in gold over a new destiny scroll. And in this new contract, you are no longer a student of pain. You are a teacher of wisdom, not by title, but by vibration. You'll begin to notice this. Strangers seeking your guidance, children drawn to your presence, animals resting beside you without fear. Why? Because your energy is now a sanctuary. You're becoming a safe place for others because you finally became a safe place for yourself. This next phase, it isn't about finding more. It's about being more present, more open, more aligned, more unbothered by the noise of those who don't understand your depth. Let the critics speak, let the envious watch, let the past knock, but don't you dare shrink, because what's coming is sacred, a reunion, not just of souls, but of timelines. You'll meet versions of yourself you thought were lost. You'll receive answers to prayers you forgot you whispered. You'll hold love without fear, success without apology, peace without negotiation. And it all begins now. Take one last look behind you, not with regret, but with reverence, because every ending was an echo of your next beginning. You did not just survive, Taurus. You alchemized. You transmuted shadow into gold, wounds into wisdom, loneliness into sovereignty. The stars are aligning, Jupiter's blessings, Saturn's refinement, Uranus's awakening, the moon's revelations, all of it for you, all of it because you said yes to yourself. So when the door opens, and it will, walk through with your head high, not because you know what's next, but because you know who you are. If this message was your mirror, your confirmation, your sacred whisper, then leave your imprint with this decree in the comments. I step into my destiny with power, grace, and divine knowing. Let it echo through realms seen and unseen. Let the stars hear your vow. Let your ancestors rise in joy, because the future is no longer coming. It has arrived, and it begins with you. And now, dear soul, if this journey stirred something within you, don't let the moment pass in silence. Subscribe and leave your sacred decree in the comments below. This is more than a gesture. It's a declaration to the universe. I am here, I am ready, I receive. Let your voice be part of this vibration, because every word you speak with truth becomes a ripple in the great ocean of transformation.